See, I don't like that. I don't like that Spider-Man is my age. Yeah. Like,
Spider-Man is not younger than me.
Yeah, he is. That's so, like... That's so weird.
Okay, but ominous... They make him look a lot younger in the movies.
They do.
Oh, for sure.
He looks like 19 in the movies.
Yeah, he's a very baby-faced man. Like, he's very...
Yeah. They played up... But still, man, what? 24?
Yeah. And I think he, like, started, like... He started doing Spider-Man stuff, what was it? 2016 was when Civil War came out.
So he was 20?
Yeah.
Civil War came out 4 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I mean, I've been before that. No.
That might have been 2015.
2015 was Avengers Age of Ultron. So, yeah, it had to be 2017, maybe? Or 20... It's either 2016 or 2017.
Civil War.
Just search Civil War.
I saw you look at the dates and you're just like, wait.
I was like, huh?
18.
That's not right.
65?
Yeah, 61 to 65. Which, the gazebo?
2016.
Damn.
2016, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that feels like forever ago.
Yeah, that was my freshman year.
That's gross.
It does not feel like it came out that long ago.
Yeah.
Student teaching.
Which,
I still remember being in the movie theaters, being excited like I'm a little 3-year-old. I mean, I was like that when Endgame came out, too.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh,
I think everybody was.
That was such a, like, did you go to, like, a premiere?
Yeah. I went the opening day.
I didn't get to go to one.
I was able to find, there was a ticket for, like the top left corner of one of the first showings at the Cinemark up there. And it was, like, you know, like, packed with people, of course. And, like, I've never been in a more, like, group experience.
Yeah.
Like, even better than, like, marching band. Like, it was, like... Why is everyone like when Cap gets the hammer? There was a group of people.
I did jump out of my seat when that happened.
Like it was hard. Yeah. It was hard not to be in like that group vibe and just be like, all right, cool. Like we're all like they literally had like applause breaks in there like built.
I would love to experience watching that movie for the first time again.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping there's some. I'm sure there will be, but there needs to be some movie in the next like 20 years that's gonna be like that. Like that's. I don't know of anything that can build up right now to something like that.
Well, even then, I don't know if the movie industry is gonna be like that.
Build up. Like that's.
Like, what did you say?
I said I don't know if the movie industry is gonna be there anymore.
It'll be there.
To that same extent.
My soul needs it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Me and you, we talked about this. Mad into the movies. Like that's what like I did as a child. But just with like they're still not back fully.
No. I mean, like the thing, like this is my insider like Hollywood stuff. Is that like a lot of the movie theaters they didn't have cash reserves for this kind of stuff. They never anticipated having to like be strapped for cash for this long. So you have like companies like AMC and like Cinemark and Regal being like kind of struggling a little bit right now. But you know, eventually they'll come back, and you know, once all the movies come out next year, it'll be a slow pick back up. But I mean, granted, there won't be any like.
I don't think so.
We won't be like having a lot of indie stuff for a while. It'll be a lot of like blockbuster
straight ahead movies.
Like we're just gonna do Marvel movies and whatever sells the most tickets. Like
a 007.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are gonna miss that experience of going to the movies.
I think so, but I mean, just the.
Because I know I do.
Yeah, like,
but
I was going
what I'm talking about
weekend,
is
like,
the turnaround. Like, let's say everything is straight by January. It
won't.
It 100% won't be. But like straight enough to where the theaters open back up.
Yeah, people were like, yeah, let's go. I mean, they're open now.
Yeah.
They're just like.
But they're like limited capacity, right?
Yeah, the thing is you have to get a seat or however many seats you're getting, and then there's a two seat spacing in between. So like a theater of like 30 can only fit like 7 or 8 people. Like it barely any.
That's wild.
Which as an usher would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because like that's what when I was working at Cinemark, I was like, whenever I had to clean up after like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 came out that same year, and I was like, gosh, this is impossible cleaning up after all y'all. There was one person.
I hate people who leave trash behind in theaters or stadiums.
It's the worst.
I just hate people that
I
leave
hate
trash
people who
behind.
do that.
Just a garbage person.
Just pick it up.
It's not that hard.
Like, you were there last year after that competition. The whole band, like, pretty much left trash. I stayed afterwards and cleaned it off with the band moms.
There was one person who, we don't know how this happened. They had smeared nachos all over their seat. Like, smeared nachos.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah.
Like, I mean, like, the assumption is probably it was some kid, like some like 2-year-old. But like, yeah, nachos smeared all over the seat. We were just like, dude, I get paid like $8. Like, this isn't worth $8.
This ain't worth it, cuz.
Like, that was not a good time. But I like working at Cinemark. It was a good time.
Yeah, again, don't get me wrong. I want the movie theaters to come back. I love going to movies.
Yeah.
But I just, looking at the bigger picture of it, I don't know if it's going to ever come back to that same level. And even if it does, I don't know if there's ever going to be a movie that can match that amount of energy. Like,
yeah, no, there won't be a.
like, I'm trying to think of just in general.
Avatar 2.
Well, I mean, you say that, but like, who was like jonesing for some Avatar?
Well, I thought the same thing when the movie came out, but that movie had the highest gross income until Endgame came out.
And there was a legitimate disorder that came out after Avatar, where it was like people were sad that they couldn't be in the world of the Na'vi.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was that like
a pseudo depression.
Yeah, because of how like beautiful that movie was and how it was so like
the CGI was amazing.
Just stupid. Yeah.
Like for its time, it was the like one of the most technologically advanced movies like ever.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know, it better blow some like, because I can't think of an effect now where I'd be like, this is amazing. Like,
yeah, and honestly, it's gonna come down to the plot of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like people are gonna go watch it because they liked Avatar.
Yeah,
Right.
they expect that same level of intensity, that same quality of color and blah, blah, blah.
I just hope the next one's just not all war.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be.
Which I feel like it might be.
I mean, there's supposed to be, he planned, like James Cameron has like plans for 2, 3, 4, and 5. He has plans,
I heard about that. Which Avatar 2 has been talked about since like...
One came out.
One came, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was 08?
And now it's finally being...
Yeah.
Announced. I don't know if it's been announced, but I know it's getting close.
Been announced yet.
I'm about to say, I don't think production's started on it.
Really?
On 2?
On 2?
I thought
no,
it had...
wait a minute.
2022. That's
2022. Okay. It like, is it in production right now? I mean, probably because it's
December 16th, 2022.
Jesus.
That's the release date.
Okay.
Well, I wonder how much they got done before.
Official trailer.
I mean, with those, that's not a trailer.
No, there's no way.
That's from February. There's no way that's a trailer.
There's only 2 movies that have released a trailer that early: Batman vs Superman and New Mutants.
Batman vs Superman was this.
Yeah, garbage fire.
I don't think it was as bad as people say it was.
I mean,
I'm not saying it was like trash, but it was. They definitely could have made it a lot better.
For the hype of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
To be as like whelming as
like,
that was.
As whelming.
Yeah, that movie was just like, come on, it's Batman and Superman, and why? Just do a little more with it.
You did want a little bit more. I'll give you that. But
Justice League was also super underwhelming.
I hate watch that. Like,
yeah,
I got about like 30 minutes in, and I was just like, oh, this is just horrible.
Yeah,
like,
me too. I'm just not a fan of the DC movies.
They're
Like,
not-
DC
like
does-
I like the original, not the original, but like the Batman movies before the DC universe,
yeah, the
came into it thing.
the Nolan ones,
and like the original Supermans.
those
are pretty good.
Christopher Reeves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC does TV, Marvel does movies.
I agree with that statement.
Well, DC's trying to do better movies because I mean, like Wonder Woman, good.
Yep.
Aquaman,
Decent.
a lot.
I actually never saw it. I still never
Dude,
watched it.
if you haven't seen the giant squid playing drums, you haven't lived. Like, giant squid playing drums.
I think it's good.
shark
I think-
motorcycles.
I think the CGI was pretty crappy for the year it came out.
Yeah, definitely. Like, well, because the problem with that movie.
I mean, I
is
understand like it was all underwater, like 98% of it was CGI, but still, like
they just tried to compress like all of the Aquaman stuff, like all of his stories, everything, just into
Well, I
one
mean,
story.
I think that's the entire issue of DC.
They're trying to play catch up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They just need to start.
like the fact that they like released Justice League in 2017, like it's like.
And it was before the Wonder Woman movie.
Like Batman vs Superman came out in 2012. It had 5 years, and they were like, "All right, we had 3 movies. Let's go ahead."
Really? Batman? That came out that long
2012,
ago?
yeah.
I thought I was thinking the same thing.
What?
Mhm. 2012. No. Man of Steel was 2012.
Yeah.
Batman
Okay.
vs Superman 2014 or 2015.
I
Maybe?
think it's
That's-
15.
15. And then
Yeah, because it came out at the same time as like around the same time as Civil War. I remember
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was two big battles
the two
between
big
the
versus
universes.
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might have been 13 was Man of Steel. Something like that. Something around there.
Yeah.
But like they had Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman. All right, Justice League. Let's just put them all out there. Like, no,
My
God.
one big issue with Wonder Woman was the antagonist, the old dude.
Not Steppenwolf. Ares. Yeah, he's supposed to be Ares. It was a
with
really bad version.
the mustache.
Yeah, the fact that he
Like, what? Come on,
was
man.
like him being the bad guy.
Yeah.
I would have never saw that coming.
But yeah, no, that one scene took me out the movie when like Wonder Woman like initially it's like the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it's that final scene is always people's like the people call it the gray smoke monster because
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of like fire and smoke and stuff just being thrown around and
Not even that didn't bother me. I'm talking about like he's talking about his fall from like running
bit.
stuff.
yeah.
And like he's laying on the ground and he just has that like 1950s mustache as if he was like the mustache he had then is the same mustache he has now and there's no difference. And I was just like, come on, man, he's supposed to be Aries. He's supposed to be a little bit more hard than that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
The fact that he was just some old British guy.
Yeah.
That movie wasn't. See that I feel like a movie like that was all based on the one scene that everyone was like screaming at was whenever she was going across the no man's land.
Yep.
She was just like, all right, cool. If y'all want to go through it, I'll go through it. And she just like, because I know at that point I was like, yes.
That was a dope scene, and then also the shield. I think either before that or after that.
Where she like bounced off the shield
Yeah.
into the building. Yeah, that was kind of a super dope. Like,
That was pretty dope.
Like I feel like that movie was kind of based around those scenes, and then they were like, oh wait, we got to write an ending.
Oh, there's got to be an entire movie behind this.
Well, I mean, not even the movie. That I think they wrote a movie.
Oh,
But
actually, no, I see
they
what
didn't
you're
write
saying.
it. They didn't write an ending. They were
Yeah.
like, cool. We introduced this cool character. Now, Ares, I guess. Let's just do Ares
Yeah.
and just make him smoke with horns, and then they did basically the same villain for Justice League, but
Yeah.
I mean, different person, Steppenwolf. But
Another movie I despise is the newest Fantastic Four.
oh yeah,
Like,
I didn't
don't
even
get me
know
wrong.
that there was one that came out.
The actors and the CGI, the whole story was amazing. But as a superhero and action movie, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Which one was this?
So this is Josh Trank in 20. When was that? 20. I want to say 24. 2015. It was definitely when I was in college. It was at 27. No, it wasn't 17. That was
2015.
2015. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan. I forget Susan Storm's name. And Ben.
Michael B. Jordan was
Human Torch. Yeah.
Human Torch.
Johnny Storm.
Like the actors they picked was like amazing.
Yeah.
I don't remember this movie at all.
Yeah, the casting, the story for the first 45 minutes was great. It was like we're setting up this team. They kind of get along with each other. They kind of don't. Like it's a very like, and then at the end they were just like,
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be an action movie. Like that's what it was. There's maybe 3 minutes of action in the entire movie.
Jesus.
yeah, and it's really bad action too because it's just like Doctor Doom just kind of shows up, crushes some people, throws some stuff, like weird like powers that aren't really Doctor Doom's, like just kind of like, and then like electrifies everything, and then it's just it's a mess. That movie was, and the thing about that movie is, and the director came out and talked about this afterward that, which he technically wasn't supposed to do this, but he did like a big rant. He was like, that wasn't my movie. Like that wasn't. That was purely like the producers were purely on that because like
Damn.
the thing with the Fantastic Four is that the licensing for Fox to have them, they had to make a movie, basically because I think they have to make a movie like every like either like every 6 or every 10 years, something like that. Like they have to make one. So
Jesus.
you should see the there's a movie there's a 1990.
Now there's
Fantastic
talk about
Four.
Fantastic Four going in the MCU.
Well, yeah,
Which, if it does happen, that would be awesome.
which now that Fox or Disney owns Fox, that's gonna happen, and I want John Krasinski to be the Mr. Fantastic.
It's rumored that
John Krasinski. Which one?
Jim from The Office.
Ew. What?
That's Mr. Fantastic.
How dare you?
Yeah. You're telling me that dude isn't like the stretchiest, like the most gangly man in Hollywood?